Hey everybody, welcome to Inside Pitch Baseball. What I was doing was trying to go through the 2019 card set and play a game from every team. But then I've realized that's going to take a little bit too long to do that because I got other things I want to get done. So what I've decided to do instead is replay the 2019 World Series between the Washington Nationals and the Houston Astros. So at most that will take 7 games. And I can certainly fit that into my schedule. There will be no trash can banging and there will be no buzzers. This is going to be straight up Inside Pitch Baseball World Series style, 2019 style. And game 1, of course, is here at Minute Maid Park, which means the DH will be used in games 1 and game 2. Let's look at the starting lineups. These are the actual as-played lineups. From game 1 of the World Series, we got Trea Turner at short, Adam Eaton in right, Anthony Rendon at third, Juan Soto in left, Howie Kendrick the DH, Asdrubal Cabrera at second, Ryan Zimmerman at first, Kurt Suzuki behind the plate, and Victor Robles in center field catching the offerings. Suzuki will be catching the offerings of Max Scherzer. For the Astros, it'll be George Springer in center, Jose Altuve at second, Michael Brantley in left, Alex Bregman at third, Gurriel at first, Correa at short, Jordan Alvarez, the rookie, is the DH. Martin Maldonado, who came over from Kansas City in a trade, is batting 8th and catching, and Josh Reddick will bat 9th, and Maldonado will be catching the offerings of the newest Yankee, Gerrit Cole. But here in the World Series, he is still with the Astros. So let's get right to it. Get the score sheet out here where we need it. And get my little backstop in case I get overzealous with the dice throw. And make sure that doesn't go behind the table or somewhere like that. I do have the chart over here to my side so I can pull that out when necessary. And let's get everything lined up. First of all, for the Astros, it will be Gerrit Cole. Like I said, the newest Yankee. 20-5 with a 2.50 ERA in 2019. He's also got the special K numbers right up here in the upper corner up here, which means if you get an out on the ballpark card or the batter card, and the D20 is within this roll of either a 1 or a 2, that out becomes a strikeout. All right, leading things off for the Washington Nationals will be Trea Turner, the shortstop. He will lead things off, and we are all set to go. Game 1 from Minute Maid Park. Rolls a 5-3, so under Gerrit Cole, 5-3 is immediately a ballpark check. So we go to Minute Maid Park around the first play of the game. We get a 4-4. 4-4 is a home run to the pull side. Well, home runs for right-handers, Trea Turner against right-handers is a 10. That's a 7. So Trea Turner has just led off the World Series with a home run right down the left field line, right there by the train tracks, right over the head of Brantley. He just has to stand there and watch it. And the Nationals lead it 1-0. The only thing that's a little confusing right now is the color scheme on these cards are very similar. So a lot of the blue and red, but there's different shades, so it's not too bad. So here is Adam Eaton as Gerrit Cole, a little shell-shocked after that home run. It's a 5-1, and he's not tired, so there's no single there. We're going straight to Eaton's card. 5-5 is a star line 5, and that's going to be a fly to left. So Eaton tried to go the same direction, but not enough oomph. One away, and the newest Angel, Anthony Rendon, stepping to the plate. 4-6. K plus chance, and that's going to be a strikeout. He's a 5, plus 1 is a 6. You add 10 for the K plus, makes him a 16. That's an 8. So because of the K plus, Rendon goes down on strikes. So 2 down for Juan Soto. 1-4, and that's a strikeout plus chance again. And with that being a 2, he's definitely gone. And look how just, if that had been a 1-5, it would have been a home run check, and he would have hit a home run, but went for the downs and missed it. But the Trey Turner homer has given the Nationals a 1-0 lead. So we go to the bottom of the first. It's the Nationals 1 and the Astros coming to bat. Leading off for the Stros will be George Springer, center fielder, against Max Scherzer. 6'5", and that's a home run question mark. Now against right-handers, that's a 1-19. That's an 18, so it passes that check, which means to come down here to Springer, re-roll the D20. If it's a 17 or less, he's got a home run, and he has matched Trey Turner with the leadoff home run. And he does. It's a 9, so it's gone. George Springer says, anything Trey Turner can do, I can do better. And possibly he was tipped off on that pitch. I don't know. But home run it is, and we're tied at 1. I didn't hear any buzzers, but you never know. Here's Altuve, 3-4 against Scherzer. Strikeout plus. Altuve is a 7, plus 1's an 8, plus the 10 is an 18. That's a 14, so Altuve down on strikes. That'll bring up Michael Brantley, left fielder. 3-4. 3-4 is another strikeout plus. And with the D20 being a 3, that's an automatic strikeout. So 2 down for Alex Bregman, who I thought should have been, without a doubt, the AL MVP. The fact that Mike Trout got it was a joke. Alex Bregman, undoubtedly, no question about it, the MVP. So the people who vote for MVP don't know what the hell they're talking about, for sure. 3-1 is a walk, and yeah, I said it. It's a walk. Walk chance here is a 24, so he's definitely going to draw the base on balls. Astros would not have been in the World Series or anywhere close to it without Alex Bregman. So leadoff walk. Let's check his, I forgot to check his attempt rating. It's a 1. Scherzer adds nothing, so it's a 1. He will try to steal. 2 or 3 is a hit and run. Nothing's going on, so Gurriel steps to the plate. 4-4, and that's a wild pitch chance, but Scherzer only has a 1-2 for a pass ball and no wild pitch, so just a foul ball. We'll re-roll on Scherzer's card. 2-5 is a strikeout, but that's way too high. 10 is way over that. So we go to Gurriel's card to finish it. 6-6 is a star line 3. Ground ball to third, and with that being the final out, they don't have to try for a double play. It's just going to call it a 5-3 ground out. And after 1 complete, we are tied at 1 on 2 leadoff home runs. Very unusual, but both the leadoff men are capable of doing it, and they did it. So here's Howie Kendrick to start the the top of the second. Howie Kendrick, 3-2 against a right-hander. That's a blank. Left-hander would have been a walk plus, but right-hander it's a blank. Go to Kendrick, 6-1, star line 2, fly ball to right field. So Kendrick is gone. Brings up his Drupal Cabrera, switch hitter. 6-3 is a strikeout plus. He strikes out at a 10. Add 1 is 11. Strikeout plus is a 21, so that's an automatic strikeout. Strikeout number 3 for Garrett Cole. And with 2 outs, nobody on, it brings up Ryan Zimmerman. 3-1 is a range play. Go to Zimmerman's card. 2-6 is a double to center, but we're checking the range of Springer, who's a 4. So Springer can run this sucker down, and he did. Takes a double away from Ryan Zimmerman. So Zimmerman kicking the dirt, thinking he had a double, but Springer had other ideas. And the Houston fans are now chanting. As a matter of fact, Springer, no, that'd be Jerry, wouldn't it? Not George. Okay, here's Carlos Correa. Shortstop. 1-6 is a range play. Go to Correa's card, 3-4, and that's a double to center. So how about that? We got another range check in center field. Robles is a 3. See if he can get to it, and he does. So turnabout is fair play, as Robles just robbed Correa of a double the same way that Springer robbed Zimmerman of a double. So 1 away, and Tabby's scratching at the door, so I gotta let her in. 1 brief second. Okay, Tabby's in. I didn't want any more crying or anything, so I'm going to let her in so we can get back to the game. And Yordan Alvarez, the rookie of the year, I believe, in the American League. 1-6 is another range play for Scherzer. 4-2. That's a single pass first, but we're checking Zimmerman for range. He's got a range of 3. And this one's a failed range check, so we're going to have to roll again. If it's a 5 or 6, it's a double. Nope, just a single. So failed range play gives Alvarez his single. He's got no attempt rating, so we don't have to roll for anything on that. Don't have to roll a D20 for a pickoff because Scherzer doesn't have anything up there. So we can go straight to the next at bat for Martin Maldonado. 3-2 when Scherzer is hit by pitch. He's a 12. Scherzer's a -1, but that's an 8. So Maldonado gets plunked by Scherzer. And that puts 2 on with only 1 out. And the number 9 man, Josh Reddick, to the plate. 5-1. And that's a walk plus against a lefty, so he will walk the bases loaded. So bases loaded now after that hit by pitch and walk by Scherzer. So a little bit of control issues. Bases are loaded, 1 out. And up comes Springer, who hit the home run off of him last time. So Scherzer looking to bear down. Infield playing double play depth. 5-5 is the ballpark. So we go to Minute Maid Park. 1-1, that's a single plus 9. So a single with a 2-base advancement is automatic on that. So we know that Alvarez will score. And we know Maldonado will score. And we know Reddick will go to third. The only thing we're not sure of is can Springer get to second. And the way you figure that out is his BR rating of 5. And the right fielder's arm rating, Eaton, is a -2. That's a total of 3. So if it's 3 or less, he will make it. And he's out trying for the double. So he is out. Call it 9-6. So I tried to stretch it. Didn't quite work. Eaton's got a good arm. Threw him out. And now we've got 2 in, 2 out, and Reddick at third for Jose Altuve. 3-1 is a walk chance, and that'll be another walk by Scherzer. So definitely not his best inning. Now Altuve is a 2, so possibility of a stolen base. Although not a good one. It's 14, so nothing's happening. Infield is back with 2 outs. Here's Brantley. 2-4, and 2-4 is a double question mark, and that means he can give up a single if the D20 is a 1-3 against lefties. It is a 3, so it's an SI1, or an S1 I should say, and that's a single for Brantley. That's going to score Reddick. It's 3-0 Astros. Now to get from first to third on the S1, you have to have a 4 through 6 BR rating. Altuve has a 4, plus there's 2 outs, makes him a 5, so he will make it to third automatically. So runners are at the corners. Brantley is a 1, so we'll roll to make sure he doesn't do anything funky, and he does not. So here's Bregman, and Scherzer on the ropes, down 4-1 rather. Bregman 4-2, strikeout chance, but a 20 is way too high. Go to Bregman, 6-1, he's going to fly to right, and the inning's over. 8 come to the plate, 3 score, and at the end of 2, it is Houston 4 and Washington 1. And Scherzer, a little shell-shocked, and Cole is enjoying that run support. Here's Kurt Suzuki. 1-6 is a range play. Suzuki, 5-5, ground ball to third, so it's a range play on Bregman, and Bregman is a 4. And he doesn't make it, so we'll check 5 or 6 for a double. It's a double, so he couldn't get it. Suzuki hits it down the line for a leadoff double for Kurt Suzuki. He's not going to go anywhere, but we will roll the D20 because there's a chance of a balk. And there's not this time, so here's Robles. 2-2. 2-2 against Robles is blank. Against the lefty, it would have been a strikeout plus. Against the righty, it's blank. 1-6 for Robles. He grounds to third. And with a runner on second, I don't believe he's going to get there. To get to third base, you have to have a 6. So it has to be a 6. This BR would have to be a 6, and it's not the case. So Robles, 5-3 ground out. Runner holds. One away, roll again, make sure there's no balk. There's not. So we're back to the top of the order, and Trey Turner. Turner. 5-5 is a blank against Cole. Turner, 3-1, fly to center. Now, can the runner go to third? Probably not. To get there, you have to have you subtract 3 from the BR, so Suzuki's only a 1, so no chance whatsoever to go to third. So 2 down, and that brings up Adam Eaton. 1-4, strikeout plus, and he will be down on strikes. So Eaton is out of there. Garrett Cole survives the leadoff double. We go to the bottom of the third. It's still 4-1. And Scherzer may not last too much longer if he doesn't settle down here real quick. There's Gurriel. 2-3. 2-3 is a range play. 4-5. Fly ball to right. We're checking Eaton's for his range. He's a 3 on his range. Oops. Let's roll it on the board where you can see it. It's a failed range play. Checking to see if it's a double or not. Nope, it's a single. So Gurriel drops it in front of Eaton. Gurriel has a 1 attempt rating. Nothing happening. So we go to Correa. 5-5, and that is the ballpark again. Minute Maid Park. 4-3, that's a ground ball to first, so that's a chance for a double play. Check the double play ratings. He's a 3. Scherzer takes away 1, drops him to a 2. The pivot at short, Turner is a 0. So it's a 1 or 2 for a double play. Anything else might be a force play. It's a 4. So since 4 is greater than Gurriel's BR rating, it will be a force play. And that's going to go 3-6. Zimmerman to Turner. And Correa is the new runner at first. His BR he's a hold, so he's not even going to do anything. So it'll be Yordan Alvarez. 4-4, and that's a potential wild pitch. And that's a 1, so we got a chance for a pass ball. So the pass ball rating on Suzuki is a 1. So this has to be a 1 for it not to be a pass ball. It's a 4, so it's a pass ball. So pass ball it is, as Alvarez goes to second. And now here is Alvarez. Actually, it was Correa going to second. So we got a 1-2, and a 1-2 is a strikeout chance. That's a 1, so definitely a strikeout. Out number 2. And that brings up Martin Maldonado. 4-5. 4 and a 5 is a strikeout chance, but 16 is too high. Finish off on Maldonado. Star line 3. It's a ground ball to third. And the inning's over. So I'm going to double check something real quick on that pass ball. Trying to remember if that number has to be greater or lower. So let me double check that before I continue. It doesn't really matter. It didn't affect the game because he didn't score, but I just want to double check the pass ball particulars. Something you don't see very often, or I don't run into very often. So those rarer type plays, I need to check it out. And once I do, I will show you in the rule book what it says. Assuming I can find it, that is. And I know it's in the rule books here. I just got to find it. Okay. I know it's here, and I'm just not seeing it. I don't want to hold up the video, so I'll have to look into it later, I guess. At this point, it didn't affect the game, so I don't see anything on here about that. I know it's here somewhere. Oh, here we go. A roll of 1. Throw is higher than the PB rate's pass ball. Okay, that's what I thought. If it's higher than the PB rate's pass ball. His PB rate was a 1, so it's pass ball. So I was correct. Just wanted to verify it. All right, so innings over. Sorry about the delay there, but I wanted to get it right. All right, here's Rendon, top of the 4th. 2-5 against Cole is a strikeout chance. This is a 9. He's only a 5, so no strikeout. Even the ballpark only adds 1 to that. 1-1 for Rendon is a question mark 8 against right-handers. 15 or less, he will get a hit. That's an 11. 11 falls in the 9 to 13 range for a double. So Anthony Rendon, a doubles machine on the year, leads off with a double for the Nats. He's got an attempt of 1, so we'll just roll to make sure nothing weird's going on. It's not. So we go to Juan Soto. 4-1, and that's a walk plus against a left-handed hitter, and he will definitely draw the walk. So runners at first and second, nobody out. We'll roll again to make sure there's no balk or anything. It's a 2, so that means there's a chance for a balk, or that means he did balk. I think. Hold on, let me double check that. I think that's just a balk. I don't think you go anywhere else with that. Let me make sure I'm right on that as well. I'm hitting some of these rarer plays that I don't usually get to very often. So let me find that where that was. It just, you knew it was going to happen when I started doing this. I was going to find these unusual plays that don't come up very often. I think it's a straight balk. I don't see any other thing to re-roll anything. I think it's just a straight balk as far as I'm aware. You just don't see balks all that often, but apparently in real life he must have balked somewhat. So I'm looking. I don't see anything for, I know it's here in the rule book, I just can't find it. But I'm going to just say it was a balk. I'm pretty sure it's a balk rating. So yeah, it just says balk. It doesn't say balk question mark or anything. It just says balk. So that's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it a balk. Puts runners at second and third. Roll again. Nothing happening. So now Kendrick, second, third, nobody out. They'll play the infield back to get an out. 3-4. And 3-4 is a strikeout plus. And so he gets the big strikeout right there. Garrett Cole is strikeout plus. So now there's 1 away. 4 is Drupal Cabrera. Infield still back. 6-5, it may not matter. Another strikeout plus. Cabrera is gone. So Cole bearing down right here. 2 straight strikeouts, and now it's up to Ryan Zimmerman to keep the Nationals from blowing a golden opportunity. 4-5, and that's a hit by pitch, but Cole's a -5, so no hit by pitch. Zimmerman, 3-4. Starline, 3. It's a ground ball to third. Bregman's got it, and the Nationals blow a golden opportunity to get something done, and Dave Martinez cannot be happy about that. So we go to the bottom of the 4th, and it'll be Josh Reddick, bottom of the order, taking on Scherzer. 3-6 is a strikeout plus, so Reddick is out of there. 1 away. Both pitchers have strikeout pluses several places on their card for good reason. 4-4, and that's a wild pitch with nobody on base. It's just a foul ball. Springer, 5-4. 5-4 is another strikeout plus, so he's out of there. 2 down for Jose Altuve. Strikeout and a walk. 5-3 against a right-hander, strikeout plus again, but this is a 19, so no strikeout. Altuve fends off the strikeout. 1-4, and he singles to pass the shortstop. So Altuve, don't know if it's something buzzed in his pocket or what, just tell him what was coming, but he was able to keep from swinging and get that base hit. Altuve is a 2 attempt rating, so we'll roll to see if anything's happening with that. There is nothing happening. Brantley, the batter. 1-6 is a range play. 6-1, question mark 8 against a left-hander. And that's a single if it's a 1, and that's exactly what it was, to center field. We're doing a range check of the center fielder, Robles. If he can catch it a 3 or less, he will stop that single. But he does not. It's a single. So a single to center, and to get from first to third on a single to center, you subtract 1 from the BR, but there's 2 outs, so you add 2 to the BR, or add 1 to the BR, so it's a split 4-4. But the center fielder arm, Robles, is a -1, so that would be a 3. And this is where people sometimes get confused with the base running. What you do is you roll 2 D6s, red and white. The red die, you compare that against the adjusted BR rating. And if you have to go to a secondary chart, if this is a 1 or a 6, you go to the secondary chart, and the white die tells you what to do. So let's roll in here. The adjusted BR is a total of 3, 4 minus the 1 from Robles. So it's a 5. So since it's a 5, he has to hold. Only a 6 would be a throw where he gets thrown out. 5 just means he holds. So Altuve will stop at second base. So 2 on, 2 out for Alex Bregman. Scherzer making a last stand here. 2-5 for a strikeout, but 17's too much. Bregman, 6-3. He's going to single to right field. That's trouble again for Scherzer. Single to right. And let's check Altuve on the S9. To get from second to home, you add 1 to his BR. It's also, you add 1 because there's 2 outs. That gives him a total BR of 6. Eaton has a -2. That makes it a 4. So again, we're going to roll this. If it's a 4 or less, he will score. A 5, he has to hold. 6, we go to the secondary chart. 5, he's got to hold. So how about that? Eaton, with that good arm, was able to hold him there and keep that run from scoring. The bases are now loaded. Bases are now loaded for Gurriel. Gurriel. Scherzer now, with everything he's got, throws into that pitch. It's a possible error. Check Gurriel. It's a 1-6. It's a star line 6, which is a fly to right. But this is a 16, and Eaton's error rating is only a 4, so that's way above that. So Eaton makes the play to end the inning, and Scherzer somehow escapes like Houdini, not giving up any runs. But it's still 4-1, but it certainly could have been a lot worse. Scherzer could have been knocked out of the game. But for some fortuitous rolls, here is Suzuki to start the 5th. 3-3, that's a ballpark check. Go to the ballpark card. 1-5 is a star line 3, and on Cole, that is a ground ball to third. So Suzuki is out of there. Here's Victor Robles. 6-4, and that is a home run question mark. Against right-handers, 1-12, that's a 9, so it passes that check. So Robles on a 1-8, on a reroll of the D20, a 1-8, and he will go deep. 13, though, he does not get the home run, so now we just finished the at-bat on Robles. 6-3 is a star line 3, which is a grounder to third. So Bregman keeping busy over there. 2 up, 2 down, and that brings up the leadoff man, Trey Turner. 3-3, and again, we're back at the ballpark. 1-5 is a star line 3. All these home run chances, and that's the second time they found the star line 3. Ground ball to Bregman again. So, dice not kind to the Nationals. Go to the bottom of the 5th, still 4-1. And Scherzer back out, facing Correa. It'll be Correa, Alvarez, and Maldonado. 1-6 is a range play. 4-1 is a star line 3, which is a ground ball to third. Checking the range of Rendon. His range is a 4. And he makes the play. So Rendon up to the task. 1 away for Alvarez. 1-5. Against the lefty, that's a straight home run chance. That's a 20, though. It's the only thing that saved him. His home run's up to 17. The D20, however, was a 20. So Alvarez just misses it. So finish the bat on Alvarez's card, 3-4. He's still going to single to pass short, so Alvarez still getting that base hit. So a 1-out single, and that brings up Martin Maldonado. 4-3, strikeout plus, and he's going to get the K. So Scherzer needed that big time. 2 down for Josh Reddick. Scherzer obviously not his best stuff, but he's trying to hang on. 4-6, that's a possible error. 2-5 is a ground ball to third against the right-handers. So the error rating on Rendon is a 6. That's a 12, greater than 6. So Rendon will make the catch, or make the play rather. Fires to Zimmerman, and the inning is over. So again, Scherzer not his best, but gets through it. We go to the 6th. Still 4-1. Here's Adam Eaton. 0-for-2. 4-3 is a possible error if a throw is required. Eaton, 1-6. He's going to fly to center, so no throw. Equals no error. 1 away for Rendon. 1-2, strikeout plus, and Rendon is gone. Second time he is gone on the K plus. Here's Soto. 2-5, and that's a strikeout chance. 18's too high, so we go to Soto. 1-1, single to right field. So Juan Soto, a 2-out single. His attempt is a 1, and Cole's a +1 gives him an attempt of 2. But nothing's happening. So Soto will stay right where he is for Howie Kendrick. And down by 3, you would hope he wouldn't steal anyway. 3-1 range play. 3-1 again. Star line 3, it's Bregman. His range is a 4. It's a 6, so he failed the range play. Is it going to be a single or a double? It's a single, so count that as an S5. To go from first to third on an S5, you have to have a 6 BR rating. It's the only way to do it, so Soto has to hold. So Kendrick keeps it going. 2 down for Cabrera. 6-3, and that's a strikeout plus chance, and he's out of there. So Garrett Cole, and that's the hat trick for Cabrera. He struck out all 3 times. So they may have to go to Brian Dozier or somebody else that can actually hit the ball. So nothing doing for the Nats. Go to the bottom of the 6th. It'll be George Springer against Scherzer. 2-6, strikeout chance. That's a 9. He's an 8, but you add 1 from the stadium, makes it a 9, so it will be a strikeout. Minute Maid Park got him. 1 away. Here's Altuve. 1-1. That's an error on a possible error on a ground out, or ground ball rather. 1-5 is a fly to center, so no worries there. 2 down for Michael Brantley. 1-2, strikeout chance, but 11's too much. Brantley is 6-3. He's going to single pass first. So 2-out single for Brantley. He's 3 for 4. His attempt is a 1. Nothing happening though. So Alex Bregman, the batter. 6-6 is a strikeout plus against a right-hander, and that's going to get him. So Bregman out on strikes. And actually Scherzer now is settled in. He has faced, let's see here, he has faced 27, faced 31 batters, so he's pretty much getting tired, or already is tired, I should say. So that's going to be it for Scherzer. Should have been paying more attention to that, but I don't think we hit any fatigue rolls to worry about it. So Scherzer is going to be coming out, and we'll get a new pitcher for Washington in the bottom of the 7th. Right now, Cole, his fatigue is showing 23. He has faced 24 batters, so he would be tired, but the only way it's going to affect him is if we roll a 5-1 or if we roll a 2-5. So other than those 2 rolls, he's going to be okay. So we're going to leave him out there. 4-3 is just fine. 4-3 is an error on the throw, possibly. Zimmerman, 6-4. That's a fly to center, so no throw, no error. Zimmerman is retired. We go to Suzuki. This is going to probably be the last inning for Cole right here. inning 7. 5-3, and that's again the ballpark card for Suzuki. 4-6, he's going to ground it to second. Boy, you would think they could catch advantage of all these home runs, and they found a ground out. So just not their day. Just not the Nationals' day or night, however you want to look at it. And here's Robles. 6-4, that is a home run question mark. Against a right-hander, 1-12, that's 9, so it passes that check. We roll again. If it's an 8 or less on the D20, then Robles has gone deep. He has not. He missed it. So go to Robles' card to finish the at-bat. 1-4, ground ball to Bregman, and the inning, he's grounded to Bregman all 3 times. So you would think he would want to try somebody else. All right, 7th inning stretch we go here in Houston. And we'll get a new pitcher for the Nationals. And let's see who's coming up. It's Gurriel, Correa, and Alvarez. So they're going to turn to Javi. And let's see. Tanner Rainey. Tanner Rainey is in. So Tanner Rainey is your new Nationals pitcher. Tanner Rainey. Scherzer made it 6, gave up 4 runs all earned on a homer. How many hits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hits I've got him allowing. And he walked 1, 2, 3. Got him for 3 walks. Strikeouts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strikeouts. All right, that's what I've got him for unofficially. And now up is Gurriel. And now for the Astros, they have action in their bullpen as well. 6-1 on Rainey is a K+, but that's a 20, so that's not going to work. So we go finish it on Gurriel. 6-5 is ground ball to short. Handled by Turner, 1 away. Brings up Carlos Correa. 2-1 is a strikeout plus, and that will do it. He will get the strikeout. 2 down. And that's going to bring up Yordan Alvarez. 1-5, a range play. 3-5. 3-5 is a fly to left. Checking Soto's range. Soto is a 3. He fails the range check. We're looking to see if it's a double or a single. It's a double. So he could not get to it. It's a double for Alvarez. He is 3 for 4. 2 singles and a double. And now that'll bring up Martin Maldonado against Rainey. Oh, we need to roll the D20. My bad, because he does have a pickoff chance. So, nope, nothing on the D20. So now we go for the at-bat for Maldonado. 2-1, strikeout plus chance. He's out of there. So Rainey gets the strikeout to end the inning. We go to the 8th, still 4-1, favor of the Astros. And we'll get a new pitcher coming in for Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole will go 7 strong. His only run he gave up was the leadoff home run of the game to Trey Turner. But now they will turn it over to right-hander Joe Smith. So Joe Smith, the right-hander, is going to come on, side-winding right-hander. Facing the top of the order, Turner, Eaton, and Rendon. Remember, the Astros do not have any lefties in their bullpen. All their pitchers are right-handed. Let's do the totals on Garrett Cole. 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, 4, 5. I got him for 5 hits, 1 run. Did he walk? He walked 1. That was Soto, the only walk. And strikeouts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 strikeouts for him as well. So that's the final line score on Garrett Cole. Now Trey Turner steps in, face Joe Smith. 1-1, and that's a fatigue check, and he's not fatigued. He's just gotten the game. 2-2 is a question mark 8 against a right-hander. 1-5 is a single. That is a 5. So Trey Turner with a leadoff single. Now, strategy check. The way to do strategy checks when you get late in the game is if the difference in the runs, in this case, is 3, and there's only 2 innings left, so it's optional if you want to do the checks. Because Trey Turner, if you want to try to steal him and he gets thrown out, that could be problematic. But Dave Martinez is going to be aggressive. They got to get something going and break out of this doldrum. So they're going to go ahead and keep the strategy roll. It's an 8, so it's a hit and run because that's 2 more than his number. So Adam Eaton's going to come up to do a hit and run. So let's see if that shakes anything up. 1-6 is a range play. 1-5, a single to right field. Let's check the range play. Right fielder's range is 4 for Reddick. He fails it, so how about that? We'll check to make sure it's not a double. It's not, but it is a hit and run. So let's check the chart on a hit and run and see if, I'm assuming, oops, I did the wrong. Good thing I have white out, folks. I started writing on the Astros 8th inning instead of the Nationals 8th inning. I was giving Springer and Altuve hits instead of Turner and Eaton. So I'll fix that real quick. And that should dry by the time the bottom of the 8th rolls around. No harm, no foul. All right, so it's a single by Turner and then a hit and run single for Eaton. So I would assume Turner will make it to third, but we will verify that. A hit and run, the BR rating gets a +2. So the BR rating of Turner is a 3. I think he'd be more than that, but that's just all he's rated as a 3. So let's see. Because he just steal 35 bases, you would think he'd be higher than a 3, but maybe the caught stealing comes away from that. I don't know. Not going to question it. So let's see. He's a 3. You add 2 because it's a hit and run. That makes it a 5. The right fielder on Reddick is a 0. To get from first to third on a single to right, you add 2. So that brings him up to a 7. So there's no throw. It's greater than 6 or 6 or greater. So there's no throw by the outfielder. It's an automatic advance. And since it's an automatic advance and no throw, Eaton will stay at first. So runners are at the corners with nobody out. Now Eaton is an attempt of 2. So we'll check and see if anything's going on with that. It's not. And here's Rendon. So Will Smith now is quickly loosening for the Astros as Joe Smith is having issues. Infield's double play depth for the Astros. 4-5. Strikeout chance. 18 is too much. So go to Rendon. 1-5. Fly to center. Could be a sac fly. His sac fly rating is a 2. And he does it. Sacrifice fly for Rendon. Sac fly to Springer in center for out number 1. Turner will score. Cuts the lead to 4-2. So maybe a little bit of hope here for the Stros. That's gonna, for the Nationals. That's gonna be all for Joe Smith. With the tough lefty Juan Soto coming up, they're going to turn to Will Harris, who is very effective against lefties. So Will Harris is going to come on. And we'll do the numbers on Joe Smith. 1/3 of an inning. 2 hits. 1 run we know of, but also Eaton is his responsibility. So the attempt rating is a -1 off Harris. And the attempt for Eaton is a 2, so that'd be down to a 1 for an attempt rating. We'll roll it just to make sure nothing's going on. Okay, so here's Soto against Harris. 5-1 strikeout plus, and he's out of there. 2 down. So Will Harris gets the strikeout on Soto, and that's going to bring up Howie Kendrick. Last chance for the Nationals. 4-1, and that is a star line against a right-handed pitcher, a right-handed hitter. That is a star line. So we can roll on the star line to see which one it is. It's a 3. It's again Bregman getting a workout over there. The inning's over. Nationals do pick up a run, and that run is charged to Joe Smith. So Will Harris gets the last two outs of the 8th to keep the lead at 4-2. And for the Nationals, we'll see about who their pitcher is going to be. As we have Reddick, Springer, and Altuve. Rainey. They're going to pull Rainey. Rainey's only going to go 1 inning. He's going to give up a hit, strike out 2. And the new pitcher will be Fernando Rodney. So Fernando Rodney for the Nationals will be on. Try to keep the score at 4-2. He'll also be on a short leash as well. So here we go. 4-2, and that is a strikeout chance, and he will strike out. So Fernando Rodney gets the strikeout of Reddick. 1 away, and that brings up George Springer. 2-6, that's a strikeout chance, but 15's too much. Springer, 5-4. Ground ball to first. So handled by Zimmerman. 2 down. And that brings up Altuve. 4-6, that's a strikeout chance. That's a 10. It's too much. Altuve, 5-1. He flies to right. Inning's over. So how about that? Fernando Rodney, a 1-2-3 inning here in the 8th with a strikeout. So he does very well for himself. And now we go to the 9th. Last chance for the Nationals. They trail it 4-2. And let's see what they've got going on. Will Harris will try to finish things out. He only faced 2 batters. So, well, you know what? He's not going to finish things out. They're going to bring in their closer, Ozuna. So let's get Ozuna in here. Ozuna or later. You have to bring in Roberto. So Ozuna is in. And Will Harris goes 2/3 of an inning with a strikeout. Nothing else. So now, Ozuna looking to close the deal. Scheduled is Cabrera. He struck out all 3 times, so he will be lifted. And Matt Adams will pick up a bat and pinch hit. Matt Adams. So Matt Adams to pinch hit. For Cabrera. And if it happens to go extra innings, they have Dozier to play second. Right now, it's Adams against Ozuna. 3-4. 3-4 is a hit by pitch. He's a 4. -2 makes that a 2, so it's out of range. Finish up on Adams. 4-6. He's got a double to right field. So an excellent call there by Dave Martinez to pinch hit with Matt Adams. How about that? Now he will be pinch run for by Dozier. Dozier's got a BR of 5, and Adams only has a BR of 1. So Dozier is the new runner. Dozier. And of course, he would take over at second base if it got to that. So Dozier is the new pinch runner. And he is a 5, don't forget. So here's Zimmerman. And let's see, is there an attempt? Well, down 4-2, you're not going to try anything. So it's going to swing away here. Zimmerman, 4-3. Error question mark. Haven't had an error yet. Doesn't look like we'll have one now either. 1-4. Fly to center. That's an 18. Way too high for that. And even with the 5 and Springer's a 0, that would be a 2 or less. I think. Let me double check it. You lose 3 to go from... Yep, so it has to be a 2 or less to advance. Otherwise, he holds. And that's a leaner, so we'll re-roll that. And he does go to third. How about that? So Dozier's going to sneak over to third base on the fly ball by Zimmerman. 1 out. His run doesn't mean anything, though. It's the tying run at the plate that counts. And that is Kurt Suzuki. Suzuki is up, and Suzuki has doubled, grounded to third, and grounded to second. So let's see what Suzuki can do. 1-1 is the ballpark card for Minute Maid. Let's see if they can get something other than these groundouts. They're looking for the home runs. 2-2, and he got it. Home run pull side, and it's gone. That's an 8. He's a 14. That is a 2-run homer for Kurt Suzuki. And we've got a brand new ball game tied at 4. How about that? We are tied at 4. And now Dozier will have to play second base in the bottom of the 9th. So Ozuna, a little bit shell-shocked. And now the bullpen for the Astros is going hot and heavy again. Ryan Pressly loosening as fast as he can. As A.J. Hinch is not happy. Here's Robles. 4-3. That's an error, question mark. 4-4. Ground ball back to the pitcher. His error is a 20, so he will make the error. That's a 17, so it's an error on Ozuna. As he's got a 20 there, it means he's going to make an error all the time. And so now Ozuna's going to be gone. They've had enough of Ozuna. So Ryan Pressly will be the new pitcher. And Ozuna has a game he would like to forget. So Pressly will be coming on. Ozuna, 1/3 of an inning. 2 runs at least. Run on first is his responsibility. But 2 hits and 2 runs. So now Robles reaches, and his attempt is a 5. So let's see if he does anything base running wise. He does not. They just missed a hit and run. So it's Trey Turner stepping to the plate with Robles at first and 1 out. 5-6 against Pressly, and that's a home run chance right there, but 15 is too high. It was an automatic home run, but 15 is too high, so Turner missed that home run. Finish on Turner, 4-6. Starline 6, it's a fly to center for out number 2. So Turner just missed it. And we'll go to Adam Eaton. 1-1, strikeout plus, he's out of there. So Pressly gets him out of the jam, but the Nationals do tie it with 2 in the 9th. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. It is tied at 4. And now, new pitcher for the Nationals will be Sean Doolittle. So Doolittle is on. As the first man up is Brantley, the lefty. So they will go with Doolittle. Doolittle will be the new pitcher, facing Michael Brantley. It'll be Brantley, Bregman, and Gurriel to face Doolittle. 1-1 is a strikeout chance. That's a 2, so he's gone. 1 away. Brantley's out of there. That'll bring up Bregman. 5-4. That is a possible home run chance right here against a right-hander. That's an 18. That's a 6. It's a walk-off home run for Alex Bregman, and the ball game is over. So Alex Bregman walks it off here in the bottom of the 9th off of Sean Doolittle, and the ball game is over. They blow the lead, but then they come back and secure it. Ryan Pressly gets the win with 2/3 of an inning and a strikeout, nothing else. The loss goes to Doolittle. He pitched 1/3 of an inning, got a strikeout, but also gave up that home run. And that was all she wrote. For the Nationals, for the Astros, 5 runs, 12 hits, and 1 error. For the Nationals, 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. Alex Bregman, your player of the game, walk-off home run plus many defensive plays. So it was Alex Bregman that got it done. He is the player of the game. Look at the final tally. Again, it's 5-12-1 for Houston, 4-9-0 for the Nationals. So game 1 goes to the Astros, which is a reversal of fortune of the actual game. Game 2, it'll be another great pitching matchup. Justin Verlander for the Astros against Steven Strasburg of the Nationals. So until next time, hope you enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.